Hello, my name is Gina Banyard. I'm a PHP core developer. I've been working on PHP itself since 2019. I am financed by the PHP Foundation to full-time to work on the engine and improve it, fix bugs, try to get rid of some of the rough edges.
Tell me about So tell me about deprecations in PHP.
So I think deprecations, I feel many people have find deprecations to be this a bad word because it means oh, PHP is going to break and my code is going to break. Another issue is the way PHP has deprecations is that they are runtime notices, diagnostics, is that, oh, you will run your code and then you will get a deprecation notice out of nowhere. Some tools will detect it in ahead of time because they will add either the deprecate attribute or a deprecate annotation before. But for core language changes prior to the deprecate attribute, it was always just oh, runtime. And so that can be a bit disruptive. I do think that deprecations are a necessary tool in our toolkit to get rid of problematic behavior, a behavior that is not intuitive or just makes the engine very complicated for no good reason. Even if it means sometimes that, yes, you do need to upgrade your code, and yes, we are forcing you to modernize your code in certain ways, and it's sometimes being a bit more prescriptive on no, you can't do this anymore. But I think it's an important tool set that we have as, not just as a language, just as any project will need to go through deprecations of because we're all human, we're not perfect. We'll come up with an idea and, 5 years down the line, it's turns out that was not very smart and we maybe shouldn't have done that. So that's basically what deprecations allow us to do.
Yeah. What version of PHP did you start with?
I think I started with PHP 5.4. That was when or was it 5.5? It was still are magic quotes enabled? Are they disabled now? You had the function and you needed to deal with this constantly. So I did that for a bit and then I stopped and then I came back around PHP 7.2. So I had I feel a 5-year gap where I just didn't really do much. But yeah, I think 5.4, 5.5 would be my first version ever.
Sweet. All right. This is a tricky one. What is your favorite obscure PHP function?
Favorite obscure?
Or feature.
I mean, I'm not sure it's my favorite. I just know because this is a thing which I feel people will be surprised by. But you return have an array in file puts contents rather than just have a string, and then it will write every element of the array one at a time. I'm not sure how useful that is. Every person I tell to is why does this exist? But that's one for sure. And I guess some others are some weird reflections things that you can do sometimes. But
sweet, yeah. Somebody else said reflections too, and then somebody else was the double dollar sign. You know how
oh yeah,
that was kind of super
no,
funky.
No, not my favorite. Not my favorite. Definitely not my favorite.
All right. Dark mode or light mode on your editor?
Okay, that's actually quite interesting. So I switch between both of them. I think it depends on presentation mode is always light mode just because it's better on a screen and when you're presenting. But I do toggle between dark mode and light mode. I have Discord light mode when I have my editor in dark mode, and everybody's my eyes. So it's a bit either or, but at the moment it's dark mode.
Sweet. And final one, music or silence when you're coding?
I actually use quite a lot of music. I listen to EDM stuff, and I have this weird DJ mixes that I just put on repeat. And sometimes I can oh, I've gotten back to this track already, and it's I probably should eat or drink something. But yeah, normally music.
Sweet. All right. Perfect.